All right, so let's get this party rolling. We're gonna try something new today. I gotta figure out which camera I should be looking at this point in time. All right, so let me make sure that I am live on social media, and we'll get the rocking and rolling. Looks like we are live. If you guys can hear me and see me okay, if you could do me a favor and tap the heart, tap the like button. I can't actually see. Not yet, at least. I can't see you yet. But hopefully we're not freezing up. And we're gonna make it do what it do. All right, there we are. So we are live. And today we are going to see who is really about their business. All right, so the picture looks good. Just waiting to see who is. Okay, I got somebody on there. Okay, we'll go off in a second. And there we go. We're loading up. We're loading up. All right, so if you are joining me today, this is Dakisha Williams, your virtual COO, and I'd love to know who is hanging out with me today. Hopefully it is not buffering. And all right, so I want to get started today. I want to figure out, oh, there we go. We got Precious, and we got Doctor, and Nakisha Doctor. So it says that I am frozen. So that's, one of the cameras must be off. So hopefully we are good to go. Hey, Robert, happy birthday. So I'm not particularly sure which camera is frozen. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Mic check, mic check. All right, I think this camera is good to go. So if you guys can show a little love, let me know that you can see me. We'll get ready to rock and roll. And I know that there is just a tad bit of a delay, so I have a little different setup today. I'm testing out some things. So hey, Renisha, how are you? So it looks like I'm kind of covering my face, but hopefully we will survive through this today. So I think I got two cameras working. One camera may not be working. Hey Cheryl, I hope that you feel better. So I am interested to see, and so you guys see that I'm kind of testing out some cameras or some angles, right? I think one of my cameras are frozen, you guys say, so we're gonna move it over here and see. Oh yeah, we got some stuff working over here. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, this one is frozen. All right, so let's try this again. This is what happens real time, y'all. But we're going to make it happen. All right, let's see if we can get this sucker rolling again. All right, so who is ready to really be about their business? One of my, friend of mine actually was kind of joking me in my accent. They say I have. About being serious about your business. All right, so it looks like good. I can see some hearts. So it looks like the camera is rolling again. So we're going to talk just a little bit about being serious about your business, right? So let's go. All right, good. So we are rocking and rolling. I love it. I love it. I love it. As you guys know, we are really, really excited about the product launch crew. If you are not a part of the product launch crew, you're missing out. Because at the end of the day, we are helping individuals to actually do five-figure launches There we go. Check me out, y'all. Check me out. Y'all ready? We back. We back. We got the camera working. All right. So anyway, if you guys are not a part of the product launch crew, productlaunchcrew.com, this is where we are in the conversation of helping my tribe. Hey, Shauna. Shauna, I'm going live in the group. I promise you. Just kind of testing out some software. But we are in the conversation of helping our tribe members get to their first 6 figures, right? Hey, Lyric, what's up, girl? And so we're going to do so all next year by helping you get to 5 figures first, right? And here's what I like to say is, how can you build a 6-figure business if you haven't made it to 7 figures yet? I mean, to 5 figures. Like, seriously. Hey, Ellen, 5-figure launches, I'm in. Like, you know, Lyric, you already know we did our 5-figure launch this summer. And so one of the things that we're doing is, hey, Crystal, I see you now. I got it, girl. I got camera 1. Check me out. I got, you know, I got camera 2. Check me out. We over here doing some things. And so we might have to teach this in the WSB program. We might have to teach this in WSB. So anyway, you know me so well. And all right, so it looks like you guys, I don't know if you guys are frozen, but I'm not frozen. All right, there you go. Cool. But anyway, so one of the things that I learned in our 5-figure launch is that when you, hey Corey, when you are launching, most people give up if the launch is not successful. Now, who defines success in your launch? Think about it. Who actually defines success in your launch? Because what gets measured gets managed. And so if you're not measuring the effectiveness of your launch, you can't really determine whether or not it's successful or not. Like, and this is, you know, in all seriousness, because, and this is what I teach in the inner circle. And I know there's a little delay, so I apologize if I'm not seeing you guys' comments as fast. But in the WSB program, that's one of the things that I teach them. You help me find an extra 10K a month in my Biznasss, 5 figures a month, right? Is you have to launch multiple times, okay? And webinars are just a small piece of a profitable product launch. So I'd love for you to, you know, and this is not a pitch, but I want you to join me in the productlaunchcrew.com. This is where we talk about all things product launches. And so some of you have said to me, hey, like, I've never done a full-blown launch. Like, I've never done an actual launch. So if you're under the sound of my voice, doesn't matter what platform you're on, I want to know, have you done a launch, like a full-blown launch? Like, throw your hands up, say me, kick your feet in the air or something, but let me know that you have done or have not done a launch. Like, I'm interested to know, like, who's on here with me that have or has not done an actual launch. It doesn't necessarily have to be 5 figures. It could be 3 figures. You could have, you know, introduced your product to your audience, and you could have actually, Tammy, hey boo, I haven't seen you in so long. But you could have done a launch and, I don't know, you could have done 3 figures. But at the end of the day, you've determined that somebody is interested in that product that you have, right? I'm just saying. So I want to know who's under the sound of my voice that has actually done a launch. Kind of excited to hear about it. Okay, so not officially, but girl, child, Shauna, you did do a semi-launch and you actually closed some deals. So stop playing with me and stop playing with my emotions. I helped her through one of her first webinars. So, but let's back up a little bit. And there's 5 things that I want to share with you, if you allow me to, and I will not keep you long, but it's 5 things that I want to share with you today in order to prepare you for your upcoming launch. Y'all ready? Type ready if you're ready. And hey, Robert. Robert says he wants to launch. Robert has joined the productlaunchcrew.com. And I know you had shared with us what you do. If you guys don't mind, if you're under the sound of my voice, if you do me a favor and let me know who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about what you do, so that I can know what type of launch you're looking at, implementing. And here's the thing. You still have time to launch before the end of the year. You still have time to launch before the end of the year. Did you know that? You still have time to launch before the end of the year. I'm just saying. So let's talk a little bit about what you can do in order to get your launch going. There's a couple of things that you must do in order to get this launch going. All right. So stay with me. Stay with me. I know y'all might be dizzy because I am. Like, I got a camera, lights. Like, we got it all set up. I'm about we getting ready to turn up for the new year. All right. Anyway, so before you are ready to launch, there's a couple of things that you have to ask yourself. Okay. So number one, hey Kathy, who is your audience, right? Who has raised their hand? Who is your prospective client? Who has raised their hand and said, hey, I want to know what Robert's doing. Hey, I want to know what Shauna's doing. Hey, I want to know what Lyric got going on. What are you doing to get them to raise their hand and say, I want to work with you? And there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. But here is what I see often and where we oftentimes make the mistake. And listen very, very clearly. And I want you to take notes as I share this with you. Here is what I see when people are promoting events. They're promoting products. They're promoting programs. They're promoting whatever it is. Join me. Pay for my service. Come to my event. It's always what's in it for me. But one of the things that I share with my group is if you position a problem and service solution. I want you to write that down. Position the problem and service the solution. Position the problem and service the solution. Well, Dakisha, what does that actually look like? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Okay? So what that actually means is that you have to get very crystal clear. Hey, D, you have to get very crystal clear about the problems that you solve. Like, you need to be able to finish their sentences. Ask yourself, who is your audience? Thank you, Doctor. You need to be able to understand what their frustrations are. And the reason that I say that is because when you promote online, you want to be able to speak to their problems. Promote the problem, service the solution. So, if you're not generating enough revenue in your business, I'm going to speak directly to you. And that may sound like, listen, are you struggling with meeting your quarterly goals, your 12-week goals, your yearly goals? If that sounds like you, then do X, Y, Z, and you should have a call to action. That's what I mean about promote the problem, service the solution. I didn't tell you that I have a program that's going to help you generate revenue. I ain't said anything about the Webinar Success Blueprint that if you get 20 people a week on your webinar and you close one, that is a what? 5%? 10%? What is that? That's 5%. Because if you close two, Lord, hold on, y'all. Pray for me. So 10% is 2. So 1 is 5. Is that right? Did I do that? Pray for me. Did I do the math right? So good. So a 5% or 10% conversion. Help me out, Doc. I think my math is right, though. All jokes aside. So, hey, Michelle. So if you just got 20 people on and you sold one at $9.97, like, that's $1,000 a week. And if you sold 2, that's $2,000 a week. Okay? Hey, Shalada. So I'm hoping my math is right, y'all. Don't judge me. It's still early. And my cup of coffee is in the other room. Help a sister out. But anyway, so that's what I tell my students in the WSB program. Like, if you go live and you get them to register, that's how you build your list. That's how you build your tribe. That's the prospecting piece. Because here's what you need to understand. 40% of the people that show up to your webinar, to your broadcast, I'm sorry, I'm just going to speak on webinars, period. But you can use whatever platform that you so desire, your heart so desire. But 40% of the people that actually show up to your webinar will become a prospective client. I'll say that again. 40% of the people that show up to your webinar will become prospective clients. So, I don't know about you, but I'm going to host more. If 40% of the people that show are going to become prospective clients, man, I'm having a webinar every week. What about you? So, I'd love to know, when was the last webinar that you've hosted? Now, I know there's a little bit of delay. So, I know that I can actually see the delay, and it's actually hilarious. It's like a minute delay or something like that. But anyway, I'd love to know, you know, when was the last webinar? Don't be embarrassed. Like, don't be embarrassed about sharing your last webinar. Like, I promise. I'm not going to joke you. That's, you know, that's kind of what we're here for. You must get crystal clear about your audience problem. Yeah. So that's number one. That's prospecting. How do you identify your prospects, right? And so here's the next thing. And this is all before you launch. You have to determine what platform do you want to share your message. You have to determine what platform do you want to share your message. Now, if you are anything like me, I decided that I was going to build my own platform. I was not going to sit around and wait for someone to ask me to come on their stage. However, because I did build my own platform, people started inviting me to their stage. I'm cool with that. You cool with that? Y'all see my priority? I love it. Anyway, so you have to determine what platform are you going to use to share your message. Some people use the stages. Some people use conference calls, podcasts. Some people use webinars. For Dakisha has selected webinars as her platform of choice. Doesn't have to be the go-to, you know, be all, do all. It works for me. Here's why it works for me. If this is the first time that you are hearing the sound of my voice, I'm just a chick that lost the same job twice, building a business from the comfort of my own home. Okay? Thank you, Doctor. And here's why. 2011. It's been 7 years. 2011, my daughter said, "Mom, you missed the first week of school three years in a row." Y'all know me. I feel like I am the mother of the year. So for you to tell me that I missed the first week of school 3 times in a row, 3 years in a row. So first, let's get this straight. How many of you know that kids only love school 2 times a year, right? What is it? It's the first week of school and what? Type it. Type it in. The last week of school, right? Y'all know what time it is. So you mean to tell me I was missing one of the 2 most important times of the school year for my kid? No, something had to be fixed. So even when I started my business, it was very hard for me, or it wasn't convenient for me to jump right back on planes. Because mind you, I was a district manager. I managed 13 locations over 5 states. So, hi Tashia. So that means that I was constantly flying through Atlanta. I was going to Atlanta. I had 5 stores in Atlanta. I had 2 stores in South Carolina. We were opening in North Carolina. I had 3 stores in Maryland and 1 in Virginia. No, because we had Northern Virginia. God, I don't know. It's like 3 stores in Virginia, 2 in Maryland. So that was 5. I started with those 5. So you can imagine how often I was away from home. So now that I have my own business, you're going to tell me now that you want me to turn around and get back on the road and travel after my daughter already and to crush my feelings? No. That was not happening. Hey, Stephanie. Sorry about that. All right. And so I decided that webinars would be my platform of choice. Does not have to be yours. That's right, the first and last day of school, okay? And so that's where the platform becomes like ultimately super important. If this is helping you guys, do me a favor, and I'd love for you to hit the share button and type #shared so that I can shout you out and I know that you shared. And also let me know where you are joining in from. I can see some of the names, but there's a small delay, and so I apologize. But anyway, so we talked about how to get your prospects. This is all before you launch. Why? Because we are going to start the conversation about the productlaunchcrew.com. And I'm actually doing a webinar this Thursday, November the 1st. Carlos Spencer up in the house. Check me out, Carlos. Check me out. What's up? What's up? All right, so we've talked about how to build your tribe, how to identify your prospect, how to get them to raise their hand, right? Then we talked about, okay, so which platform are you going to use to get them there? We got Northern VA. I actually used to have a store in Chantilly and Bailey's Crossroads, I think it was called. So I used to travel to your area quite often. I actually used to catch the train up there, Stephanie. So yes, so now the next question is, what are you going to offer them? What are you going to offer them? And here is where it gets tricky. Thanks, Dee, for sharing. I appreciate that. Shout out to D Bowden. I love what D does. Listen, real quick, this is a plug for D. So, what's up, D Will? D actually, for my 6-figure earners, because I'm going to say this is my 6-figure earners. If you're making 5 figures and you're not collecting on payments, that's another problem for another day. However, D Bowden, you guys need to connect with D. D helps you to recoup your accounts receivables. So I've seen some clients whose account receivables go into the 6 figures and they're struggling with collecting on those accounts receivable. So if you have some accounts where people are not paying, some business owners are not paying them bills, you guys need to connect with D. D and I had a conversation yesterday. Absolutely love what D is doing. I don't think a lot of people know enough about what D offers. So D is in the government contracting space. All right, so that's my plug for you, D. I got you. I told you I have you. All right, so here's the tricky part. What will you offer them? What are you going to offer them? And so here's the thing. Oftentimes, and I love it because oftentimes we get caught up on what it is that we want and we need in our business, that we think that that's what our prospects want and need. Anybody ever had that problem? Oh, I'm struggling with staffing, or I'm struggling with delegating. I'm struggling with outsourcing, so I'm just going to sell outsourcing, because everybody has that problem. Did I step on your toes? Do they have a toe emoji that you can post in the group? Hey, Autumn. I'm just saying. All right. So anyway, but that's the biggest problem that I see with my entrepreneurs. Shout out D, put her domain in there. Anyway, so oftentimes we create a product that we want for them, right? Not what they want. And so I love it because I think it's Marie Forleo says that you have to create a product that gives them what they want, but it also provides what they need. God almighty, that was a word right there. And I said it too fast. I'm going to try it again. So when you develop your product, I'm going to say it again. Y'all ready? You have to give them what they want, but you also have to provide what they need. All right, so let me give you an example. Let me help you out just a little bit. I know somebody asked, what are you talking about? And I said I wasn't going to be long. I don't know how I end up doing this every single time. All right, so somebody comes to me and says, I'm not making money in my business. Okay, well, do you have a list? No. All right, so I'll tell you what. What if I could show you how to make money and build a list at the same damn time? Raise your hand if you say, I would. Right? You're welcome, D. What if I could show you how to make money online and build your list at the same damn time? Holla if you hear me. Right? So if I had the problem where I was not generating revenue and I did not have a list, man, listen, I'll be the first one signing up, because not only are you helping me solve one problem, you're actually helping me solve another problem. What, 2 problems in one? You can't beat that. All right. Y'all ready? Reggie been texting me every morning. I appreciate your motivational words for the morning. Shout out to Reggie. Reggie, let us know what it is that you do. Do me a favor, post your link. I'm not sure if you still have the apparel, but post it down below so the people will know. Hey, Amber, thank you so much for joining. Depending on, I don't know if you guys can see it over here, but I have, you know, kind of my blueprint up in the corner. All right. So, I see a hand wave. I see some waving hands. So, after you determine what you're going to offer them, and we're not going to get into pricing or anything like that. We're just going to determine what you're going to offer them. And I'm telling you, and you have to make sure that it helps, it gives them what they want, but it also provides what they need. All right. So once you determine that, here is the interesting part, right? This is where it gets fun. And this is, hey, Lavelle, good morning. Here is where the automation and the money and the sleep piece comes in. Thank you so much for sharing. Shout out to Lavelle. Lavelle has shared. Thank you so much. All right. Check this out. And I love this because have y'all seen me do the look recently? So I have on my Apple Watch, right? And I can tell when payments come through because I get my notifications on my watch. So, you know, we do this. When I get paid, we do this. It's the money look. Have y'all ever seen the money look? I love the money look, y'all. Anyway. All right, but here's the thing. How can you automate your sales system? You guys know I talk a lot about the systems that you should have in your business and you should automate them, right? I'm the virtual COO. All things operation. But how can I help you automate your sales system? What does that mean? Hey, Michelle. Michelle said hello. So that basically means that people will come to your site, people will come into your space, and they will actually purchase. They can actually purchase without having a conversation with you. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be very transparent. I remember one of my first sales that were made overnight. I rebroadcasted I did a rebroadcast of a webinar that I did, right? So I streamed it online. And I was super, super excited. Streamed it online. Woke up in the middle of the night and I had a client. The client never picked up the phone to ask me any questions because the sales page had all the answers, all the questions, all the objections to everything about the program. But they registered overnight. You know what I said? I made money in my sleep, y'all. It's possible. Can you say, won't he do it? Won't he do it, right? And so, you know, in that moment, it was like, wow, it just became real for me. And I'm just being honest. It became real for me to know that you can automate your sales systems. And I call that your product deliverability. So we talked about how to get your prospects. We talked about what platform do you want to use in your business, right? Then we talked about what are you going to offer them. And I see note takers are money makers. So Dr. is out there making notes. She's taking notes, right? And so, all right, so we talked about the product. So product deliverability is important, especially if you can automate it. So how are you going to deliver the program that you're going to offer to your clients? So these are things that you have to think about. And honestly, all of this is done in your planning phase. Won't he do it? All of this is done in your planning phase and your pre-launch phase. And if you are in the product launch crew.com, yep, plug. If you're in the product launch crew.com, there's actually a schedule for you that you can actually launch before the end of the year. So if you go to productlaunchcrew.com, there should be the image below right here. Image below. And you can get the outline and you can get the checklist for free. Type free, right? No cost, just free. And also I'll post another webinar that's coming Thursday as well. And we're going to be doing a 3-part series all about product launches because listen, I don't know about you, but I want to help somebody else have a 5-figure launch. Is that okay? Okay, thanks. All right. Last but not least, that's not what I want y'all to see. Last but not least, gotta love technology. Is once you do your launch, right? Hey Yvonne, how are you? Last but not least is once you do your launch, here's what I want you to do. I want you to start mapping out the processes that you need in order to get the launch done. How cool is that? Map out the processes that you need in order to get the launch done. Why, Dakisha? No one likes to do this. And I'm actually in the process of doing this. As soon as I jump off, I'm going to finish training a new hire. All the processes are mapped out. We actually have new videos now. Anyway, I get excited. All right. Why am I writing out my process, Dakisha? Well, I'm glad that you asked. You're writing out your process so that the next time that you launch, you thought you were going to launch just one time? No. The next time that you launch, you're going to build a team. You're going to bring a team in with you because you need people. You need technology people that's going to set up your landing pages, your webinars, your sales pages. I'm just thinking. You need social media people that's going to help you stay relevant online. You need an executive assistant if you already don't have one. If you have a team, I want you to type team below. Can you do that for me? Type team below if you already have a team. If you don't, you need to stay tuned. You need to invite your sister, your cousin. Well, are they in business? I'm just kidding. Invite your business bestie and say, Dakisha is dropping the jewels here today. All right? Okay. Yes. Free. All free. And so let's go back to your team. If you don't have a team, I'm literally telling you the core people you need on your team. Like, seriously. I'm keeping it real here. All right? How many of you hit that share button? I know Dee did. I know Lavelle did. I can't see the rest of you. Anyway, hashtag shared if you shared this video. And invite your sister, cousin, business bestie. Just kidding. Really, your business bestie. All right? Luana, hey, honey. Glad you jumped. Thank you for sharing. You jump on sharing. That's what I'm talking about. So, yes. Natasha, Nicole, what's up, boo? All right, so listen. We were talking about, honey, girl, listen, Michelle, I need new people too, and that's what we're doing. We are actually training some new team members. I'm going to 2019 with new people. So I'm in the process of training as we speak, all right? But, and I wrote an article, and I'm going to post it later on today, and I'm just going to, thank you, Yvonne. I see you shared. And I wrote an article, right? And I got you, Dee. In the article, here's what I share, and I'm gonna send it out to you guys so you guys can see it. And so, and I think I did a training. Well, I did a video about this yesterday, and I was writing that I was actually content. We have not met our revenue goals. We've exceeded my expectations, but we have not met our 10 times Grant Cardone revenue goal. So until you meet those goals, you are never content in business, okay? But somehow I thought that I was content in business. And thank you, Michelle, for sharing. And somehow I thought that we were just going to cruise through the remainder of the quarter, and we would maintain the current clients. We would map out our systems and smooth everything out. Can somebody say idea plus implementation equals income? Idea plus implementation equals income. Holla if you hear me. And well, Dakisha, what do you mean? Well, based on my tribe and based on the people that are around me, I had an idea. And in that idea, it was to help people actually do a 5-figure launch. Why would I keep that to myself? That's like selfish. I don't know about you, but I feel like this. If God gives me an idea, right, and I am fully capable of fulfilling that idea, I am 100% confident that I can help my tribe do the 5-figure launch, why would I keep that to myself? Why? That's selfish. Because somebody needs the solution that I have. It's going to help someone's business. Lyric came down here. She just posted earlier. And she wanted to do she wanted to travel another route. She still has a very successful business. And we stopped and we looked and I said, Lyric, you're missing $10,000 a month. I could have been selfish and not shared that with her, but what good is that going to do me? Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But idea plus implementation equals income. So if you implement, right, because that is what action is. Like, how many of you all go to conference after conference after conference, and then you come back and you don't implement? How many of you? Oh, I see Reggie put his link out there. Sweet, awesome. How many of you go to conference after conference after conference, and you come back and you don't implement? I wish I had a white notebook, because that's what I say. You go to these conferences, you get the white notebook, and then you come back home and you're all pumped and motivated, and you might implement for like 2 days, maybe 2 weeks. I'll give you 2 weeks. And then that's it. And then you're upset because you haven't met your goals in your business. Can you hear me? Anyway, so idea plus implementation equals income. So if you implement on the idea that God gave you, He will set you up to generate income. So why would I hold my idea that I have to serve my community, to serve my tribe? Like, why would I hide that? Holla if you hear your girl. Is this helping anyone? Glad you are generous. You are more than welcome. Absolutely, you are absolutely welcome. But that would not be fair to myself. It would not be fair to my tribe, because here's what I know. When God gives you an idea, if you don't act on it, if you don't implement it, you think you're the only one that got that idea? Do you really think that you are the only one who has that idea? But they are going to act on it, and they're going to generate income from it. That's all I got. So do me a favor. I want you to join me, productlaunchcrew.com. I gave away 2 free gifts, not just 1, 2 free gifts. And we're going to do a webinar this Thursday. I'll put the link so you can actually, hi Lily, mwah, my Lily boo. And you can actually join me in the webinar. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Productlaunchcrew.com. Knock on the door, join. Share this out with someone that you actually want to launch with. Like, I have a launch bestie, Vanessa Collins. Somebody tag Vanessa Collins. Let me see if I can tag Vanessa Collins. I don't know. She might be recording a video right now, but I'm going to tag Vanessa Collins if I can, because my computer acting slow now. Anyway, that's my launch buddy. And so whenever we get ready for a launch, we work together. Like, you know, we map out things together, and we have conversations about the launch. So it's always best to do something with an accountability partner. So her name is coming up slowly. So I would highly recommend, there she is, boom. I would highly recommend that if you have an accountability partner that you would like to launch with, you know, before the end of the year, how about that? Invite them, bring them over into Product Launch Crew, so we can rock out with these 20,000, you know, 20K launches, 20K 5-figure launches. Here is the process behind it. And here's what I want you to remember. Think about it. If you're making 5 figures in your business, here's how you're going to get the 6 figure. Dead serious. If you launch 5 times next year and you have a $20,000 launch every time, there's no reason that you can't make 6 figures. Did you hear what I just said? You can even have a $25,000 launch 4 times a year, and you can generate $100,000. One program, one product, y'all. I'm not even telling you to go out here and start and sell this program and this program and this program and this program. No, one. Focus on one. What do they say? Be like a stamp and stick to it until it gets delivered. Come on, y'all. Join it. Y'all see it right there. Join it. Share it. Share this out. I'm just trying to learn you today. Like, I'm just trying to learn y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Lord have mercy. Was this helpful for you guys? Did this help? I know it's going to be a delay, but as long as I know I'm helping you, I'm going to keep coming back. That's it. I'm not going to keep coming back if I don't feel like I'm helping you. So do me a favor. Join the productlaunchcrew.com. All things product launches. And listen, 5-figure launches next year is where it's at. Are you with me or not? This is your girl, Dakisha Williams, your virtual COO, coming to you, helping you to get ready for your upcoming 20K launch. Y'all rock, and I appreciate that you hang out this long. And if this has blessed you, I want you to type in the comments, I've been blessed, right? If this has blessed you, I want you to type in the comments, I've been blessed. And if you haven't shared, what did I just say? Don't be selfish. Don't be stingy. Hit that share button. I love y'all. I'll see you next time. Same place, same time. I'm out.